Alright guys, what's up? So today we're going to be working with some press lower ball joints on a 2008 F-150. Not a super hard job. It can be a pain in the ass depending on how long the ball joints have been in there. Luckily for me, these are just defective ones that were put in a few months back, and so they shouldn't be too hard to get out. I've already gotten one out, so I'm going to first show the installation of the one, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the removal of the other one. You got to do whenever you're doing this is you've got to remove the entire steering knuckle. So you got to get that brake caliper removed, hang it up nice where the brake lines are not going to be getting kinked. Then you take the rotor off, remove the CV axle, tire rod end, upper control arm, and then what used to be there was a lower ball joint. That's the one I just got done pressing out. And then we're going to be throwing some Moogs in to replace them with. Real nice looking. So yeah, so once you get that, I always leave the lower ball joint nut first and then just hammer on the lower control arm till it pops out. Tools you're going to need: you are going to need some kind of C-press. This one is from Harbor Freight. It's a Maddox. Works great, about 90 bucks or so for the kit. And there's also other adapters that you can buy for it to in case you have other jobs. I know the primary kit itself, I tried to do some on a upper ball joints on the Trailblazer that are pressed into the knuckle, and I didn't have the right adapters for it. So there is an adapter expansion kit there. You just got to go ahead and buy that. Yeah, pretty simple to do. I recommend either having a long ratchet, half drive, or having some good electric impacts. I've got my Snap-on ones here. But if you don't have that, then I mean, a normal half drive ratchet with a cheater pipe could do you well. But just things to make your life easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the go ahead and clean up this this lower control arm, get some lube in there, and then yeah, press this new lower ball joint in. I have my press set up. You can see the lower ball joint itself has already kind of got its way, partially in there. I am realizing that the last time I used some really cheap, the cheapest ones I could find to do this truck, and it was a pain to press them in because it was such a tight fit, and setting up it just made the setting up the press so much harder. But I'm realizing on these way more expensive ones, I'm talking like the difference between, like, I paid probably 15 bucks a piece for the last ones, and these ones were near 50. So these ones are definitely a lot easier to press in. But you can see I've got it set up right here. Oh, there's the bottom of the ball joint right there. And then, so now all I have to do from here is crank on that ratchet and press this new one in. Alright, so that seems like it's all the way in. So I'm just going to go ahead and loosen the press. There we go. And just so you know, the adapters I used were this one right here for the bottom, so that the bolt could go straight through. And then on the top, I used this one right here, this flat piece. Pressed in there. Now all I need to do is grab the snap ring, which is right here in my little hardware kit. Instructions, you need those. You got me. Stuff in your nice goodie bag, and you have here your new snap ring, which is just going to go right around this lip right here. I'll set that on there in a second. You have your new grease zerk, because always do serviceable, so you can make sure all your components are well greased, which I'll just have to pop that red cap off right there and then go through and just screw that on. Also got our new castellated nut and cotter pin, because we got to keep that stuff safe. So I'm going to go ahead now and just throw this snap ring on, which I kind of need 2 hands for, and then I'll show you what the end result looks like whenever I've got all of this hooked back up. So I was piecing this video and editing it all together so I could upload it, and realized I never introduced this clip, but this is me pressing out the old ball joint on the opposite side. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed which adapters I use. It's pretty simple. Just set the press up on there and use the actual bolt by itself and just push that guy out, crank on the ratchet. Simple enough, right? Yeah guys, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing everything back together, and I mean, it's pretty straightforward and simple. It can be time consuming and it can fight you a little bit depending on of course the tools you're using, and how long the old ball joints have been in there, and how long and what kind you're going to be using to replace them. But other than that, I mean, not something you can't do in the driveway like I'm doing today. I'm not even working in the shop today. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be feel free to answer them. But yeah, have a good one.